Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, alive and in color from Bracketville, Texas. Right now, I'm fixing to start up my electric vehicle. Push the power button. Boom. Hear it? Click, 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 click. All the stuff is on. Then we put it in reverse and we back up. And then that's all I wanted to say. Anyway, guys, just enjoying life my way. Fixing to be on the highway because I enjoy that too. But we'll cruise around the back roads of whoop, something's coming. Yeah, that thing gives you a warning if somebody comes in close behind you, which is pretty damn nice, actually. So, here we go down one of the streets in Bracketville, Texas. Fixing to get on kind of a main drag here, right into the sun, Rusty. Way to go, boy. But what I'm going to talk about, and you're going to like this, I'm going to talk about me and getting older, or I'm just going to talk about getting older in general, because I am 77 years old and I have had about 5.5 months of experience at being 77. So I'm not a novice. I mean, I've gotten pretty good at it, and I was really good at 76 and then it went away, and hell, I did 75, standing on my head. So what I got to tell you is, and you'll love this, it's easy. Growing older, you talk about easy to do. Man, I'm telling you, all you got to do is just keep waking up every day, and the next thing you know, you did it. You got old. I mean, and so anyway, but as long as you got your health, as I've said many times, you're fine. I don't take any medication at all. But I am probably going to start doing the annual physical thing that Medicare pays for an annual physical every year. It's like a blood work. It's just a basic physical, but they do some blood workup and check your blood pressure and your oxygen level and stuff. Just a general checkup. So if I take care of my car, maybe I ought to take care of me too. But we'll see. But the last time I went, which has been years ago, they have all these normal ranges, like for blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar levels, and everything. They've got these ranges that they consider normal. And if you're below or above those for whatever reason, then they think you probably need to take some type of medication, which I do not agree with. If I can't cure myself with diet and exercise, then I don't know. Now, if it's a broken bone or a bacteria or a major cut, you know what I mean. But so yeah, the thing about those norms, if you're out at, your blood pressure is high, according to what? Or your cholesterol level is low, according to what? Well, they're going to tell you that the averages. Well, I know I've mentioned this in other videos. I'll mention it again. Here's what averages are, the way I look at them. If it's 0 in Fairbanks, Alaska, and 100 degrees Fahrenheit in Brownsville, Texas, then the average is 50. If you dress for 50 degrees, you're going to freeze to death in Alaska and burn up in Brownsville, Texas. So averages are what they are, okay? They are just a general guideline that is possibly useful. I'm not going to say it's not. But for you or me or whoever, your normal blood pressure may be slightly higher than others. Why? Because it's just the way you're made up. Or your cholesterol might be a little different, or your oxygen level, or your sugar level, or whatever, And so, as long as you're within reason, I mean, if your blood pressure is 250, I don't know, man, you might want to do something on that. You might want to do something. I don't know, maybe change your diet. And but anyway, so as far as getting older, guys, just take it with a grain of salt. Don't it's just such an easy thing to do, man. I mean, you don't even have to plan it. you know, it just happens. You know, time passes and you reach, and then whoever, you know, then we've got these things that how old is old? Well, when you're 77 years old, 107 is old. But when you're 27, 57 is old. You see what I mean? So old is a moving target as you age. And with that in mind, now I will have a swaller of my, I've just got some, you can get free ice. So I got me a cup, I have a cup, went in and got me some free ice, and I poured my tea, my morning tea over the ice. So now I have iced tea. How genius, huh? Do I need it? Not really. It's 66 degrees. Going to be a high of 80 today, which is very nice. And yeah, this is near Brackettville, Texas, Southwest Texas, near Del Rio, the Texas-Mexico border. And yeah, it's a pretty place to be for me. And the reason I'm driving on this road this morning is not just so y'all can hear the road noise, is so what I've mentioned, you know, if you want to find a place to hang your hat, or, you know, to have a project, like I'm looking for a project now. I did a video of one place I found, and but the way you do it, you know, you can go on the internet and go to, you know, realtor.com, Zillow, and all that stuff, and check out the area, and you'll probably see 95% of the properties for sale. But every now and then, believe it or don't, there are some people that just put a sign up in their front yard or on their property that says for sale by owner, and they don't tell any. Well, they might put it in a local classified section of a newspaper, and so that's what I do. I just pick an area that I think I might want to be, and cruise around and see what I see. You see how poetic that is? I just can't help it, man. It's just a natural characteristic I have. So anyway, let me have another swaller here. Hunting season is open. Deer season is open. There are hunters everywhere. This is a big hunting area. In South Texas, you get some of those mule deer down here, I think. Of course, in Central Texas, around Llano, you got the whitetails, which aren't too big. The mule deer get a little bigger, and so they hunt them. And they also have some exotic animals they hunt. I don't know. I feel like hunting is a sport that will fade as we pass, you know, because it's such a primitive thing to do, you know. You're not hunting for food anymore. You're hunting for sport. And to me, putting a dead deer's head on the wall doesn't impress me at all. I mean, in fact, there's a rest home in Victoria, Texas that's owned by an egotistical guy, and he's got, I don't know, rhinos and bear and all kinds of stuff, you know, in the rest homes. You know, that's certainly nice for the old people to see all these stuffed trophies, I guess. But enough said about that. Let's move along here to something else. Like what? Like yeah, 77. Is that old? Hell yeah. It ain't young. I mean, you know. If I had the Google device on here, I'd ask her how what the average lifespan is. But I think it's about, in the United States, I think it's about 78 for men and maybe 80 for women, and it's declining, believe it or not. It's not getting better, and that's happening worldwide. Why? I don't know. I would say it's our diet, but I don't know. You know, and if our medical care is so much better than it has been in the past, then you would think those numbers would go up. And maybe in some situations they are. I don't know. But it is a pretty drive here on a pretty morning, 67 degrees now. And we're going away from the sunlight. And a beautiful blue sky. And I love to take drives like this, and I do this every day pretty much, because it makes the day work, you know? Because I don't have anything to do. Once I do, yeah, I'm going to give you a ride, fella. Sure, I'll do that. Yeah, sure. Huh, you kidding me? You pull over to give her a ride, you're probably going to pick up about 70 more banditos. No. Rusty doesn't do that. No. Don't pick up hitchhikers, guys. I mean, I hate to say it because some of you guys may hitchhike, but no. There's a reason that girl's there, and it ain't because she's a wealthy individual and everything's perfect. No. Yeah, this is the boonies, guys. back. I'll turn around here in a minute. We'll let this go another minute or two. And then I'll turn around. But anyway, getting older, I don't know. One thing, you get smarter. Like probably in my 20s, I'd probably pulled over and picked her up. I've done that before. I picked up a girl one time, a Spanish girl. She was walking. Her husband had kicked her out of his vehicle. She was pretty too. And anyway, I took her home, spent the night, and took her to town the next day. Life goes on. So what do we got? It's growing older, getting older. Is it, as far as health-wise, getting, sitting down and getting up, that's not an issue. As long as you've exercised on a regular basis, I don't think you're going to have any issues at all. And do your stretches or some kind of exercise to keep your body limber. Y'all want to find out if that girl's still there? I do. Let's go back and look. I'm not going to pick her up, don't worry. I ain't lost my mind yet. Well, I haven't found it yet. You got to find it before you lose it. The only downside is, we're not going to be going directly into the sun. We'll be kind of going in. So this is the mystery of the walking lady. Okay. All right. She's pretty too. She's slim and had her hair in a little ponytail, got black hair, so I'd say she's probably Hispanic. And she looked like she was about 5'5". And yeah, but I have a feeling out there in that brush is old Sancho and the boys. And when you pull over, yeehaw, you gonna pick up a hitchhiker, right? About 50 of them. And you're gonna be on the side of the road, maybe alive, who knows. I was hoping I'd see a border patrol or something and see what they do. Let me put it back on cruise here. All right, we're smoking down the highway now at 42. How many of you think she's still there? I do. How many of you think she's gone? Well, I have to tell you, I doubt if she's still there, I'd be surprised. That's all I'll say about that. Because I think that, I'll turn the camera over this way, because she's going to be on this side, I think. Yeah, she should be right down here on the left. Yep, there she is, I think. That's weird, man. This is in the middle of nowhere, man. There's no car around. It's not like she, ran out of gas or had a mechanical problem or whatever. She's just walking, and she's really not seriously hitchhiking. And another thing I noticed, she's not too far from where she was. No, she's just standing there. Okay, she's standing still. That is not good, not good. Now she started walking with her hands in her pocket. Yeah, right. She's cute. There's no doubt about that. But there's something going on there that I don't believe I want to be part of. So, guys, now the question is, would you pick her up? Or would you have pulled over and asked her what was the problem? And been a gentleman? And remember this before you answer. No good deed goes unpunished. Because she's got her hands in her pockets. You pull up there, roll down the window, she pulls out a pistol, blows your brains out. She's got a car, and you're sitting there on the side of the road, Why do I think like that? Because it's the way I am. 77 years. Animals are predators, we're predators, but anyway, enough said. Moving along here, the mystery of the day, the walking lady. Well, I'm right in the middle of me talking about getting older. She made me feel younger. Yeesh. Yeah, what about women at age 77? Well, it is what it is, But I remember George Burns, he was in his late 80s, and they asked him, I said, George, when you're dating those young women, 20, 25 years old, do you do it? You know what I mean? Do y'all do it? And he said, let me say this, mister. He said, for me to try to make love to a 20-year-old woman would be like trying to stick a raw oyster in a slot machine. Now, you get my drift, guys? things change. You know, as women get older, they kind of, quote, dry up, and men kind of get limber. It's a hell of a bad combination. You know, and so leave that out who may, it's the way it is. But as far as feelings, you know, emotions, you know, like when I see a pretty woman, yeah, everything's there, man. Everything goes off. It just doesn't function quite as well as it used to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, beauty is still there. Yeah, sure. Why don't I get married again? I don't want to. Good reason. I did that. You know, I'm not too sure for me that I was ever meant to live with a woman for any extended period of time. Why? Well, you've seen my lifestyle. I mean, I'm a jitterbug. I kind of, you know, move around and change. You know, females like a little stability and a nest. I've got a nest. It's just a little bitty one. So here we go, guys. On Sunday. This is Sunday morning. And I'll post this video maybe, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, someday, maybe. But it's so nice to just take a drive and, you know, it's like therapy, you know. And not only that, see, we were out and about and we saw the strange woman walking down the highway, you know, alone, no car abandoned anywhere. So how did she get there? Well, in several ways, obviously. Either she walked all the way out there, which I doubt, because that's a long walk. She's probably, she's 8 miles, 10 miles from town. And so that possibility is slim, you know, because could she have walked all that way without somebody picking her up or whatever? On this road? Yeah. Because I'm probably the second car that's come by. You know, have you seen a car on this road yet? No. If she was going to hitchhike, you wouldn't want to pick this road. No. I don't care where you're going. You don't want to be hitchhike on this road. And usually, normally, there are several like Border Patrol and DPS out here. Today, none, zero, zilch. Nothing. Not a car behind me, not a car in front of me. No, this would not be a hitchhiker's dream highway. And she wasn't carrying any water, no baggage of any kind. Just had her hands in her pocket and walking. So let's figure this out. Okay? She's walking down the highway, a lonely highway in southwest Texas. Not bad looking. In fact, she's kind of attractive. And she looked like she might have been in her late 20s. And so there you've got an attractive young woman walking alone down a lonely old highway in southwest Texas. What happened? How did she get there? I don't know. I can't figure that one. You know, if you know, she's running off and leaving her family or whatever in Brackettville, she sure picked a lonely highway to walk, because see, that's a long walk, man. I mean, if she's walking at an average speed of say 3 miles an hour, she's been walking at least 3 or 4 hours, okay? And she doesn't have any water, none. All right, and no, it didn't look like she had any. Well, she had her hands in her pockets. That's one thing. And what else? What are the facts? Well, that's it. The fact is, she's there. I saw that. She's young, pretty, not bad. It's a long way out of town. But I did notice this. From when we first saw her until we turned around and came back, she's hanging in the same area, okay? Because when I first saw her, she wasn't walking at all. And then when she apparently sees the car coming, she starts walking like she's hitchhiking, okay? Here comes Border Patrol right here, I think. No, that's an old rancher. Well, he'll check her out. These guys out here, they're so spooked. You know, old Bubba will pick her up. Now he's got some feed, he's going home. Hell, it might be his wife, I don't know. Left her out there to wait for him. But yeah, so no good deed goes unpunished. But the mystery continues, guys. Well, anyway, I'm going to end the video. Why? Because it's been long enough. That's interesting. But, one of the things it could be, if you had some banditos in the brush within striking distance, so to speak, and she could get your attention and hold it for about maybe 15 or 20 seconds while they made their move, they could take your car. Yeah, they could. Sure. Because all they'd have to do is somebody run in front of your car and back of your car, and most gringos won't run over somebody. It's not natural for you to just put your car in gear and run over somebody. But see, that's where they'd have made a big mistake with me. Because if I look and I see I'm being surrounded, goodbye amigos. I mean, adios, vaya con Dios. I mean, you're gone, baby. You're going to get a ride on my hood for a ways. So, anyway, guys, having said that, this is Rusty78609 out on another wonderful drive. A lot of mystery in my life and also aging. So have a good day, guys. Adios, amigos. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Use the Amazon link and enjoy your life. The mystery continues. Bye-bye.